segundos. Los hogares y negocios sin un sistema de seguridad confiable tienen 300% más de probabilidades de ser robados. Alert 360 proporciona soluciones de seguridad sólidas y personalizadas a clientes residenciales y comerciales, ya sea seguridad en el hogar, detección de incendios y monóxido de carbono, protección contra inundaciones, atención conectada para personas mayores, soluciones de vigilancia administradas por video, monitoreo de alarma las 24 horas al día, 7 días a la semana y seguridad de personas. Alert 360 es su solución ideal. Además, Alert 360 tiene integraciones inteligentes para el hogar y el negocio, para una total tranquilidad, protegiendo lo más importante y reduciendo los costos de energía con nuestras funciones de programación automática de primera línea. Alert 360 ofrece descuentos en servicios de seguridad a personal militar, veteranos, primeros respondientes, educadores y personal hospitalario. No seas víctima, da un paso fuerte hoy. Llame a Rosana Torres al 832-863-8574 para su...
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
Thank you for joining us. This is Community Shield of the Houston Police Department. We are broadcasting from the Museum of the Houston Police Department located at the 1200 Travis. Yes. My name is Officer Jesus Robles, and with me, my partner, Rafael Pantoja. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining us, and please share the program. That's right. We're here at 1200 Travis. There's a museum inside our main building here, and we're recording here to try to show you a little bit of a different variety of the department. It's not always just catching crooks. There's also a lot of things that we offer the community to come here and experience. So we're going to be talking about some important topics, and I think we one of the most important ones for us is really our future. And our future comes from our recruiting division. Our recruiting division really does a good job of selecting officers to go ahead and carry out our mission.
That's right. And this morning we're going to have Officer Dominic Moore sitting right here with us. He's going to be just telling us a little bit about what the future says of the Houston Police Department as we continue to hire more people, more talented individuals that are interested in joining the Houston Police Department, joining law enforcement. Now, why do I like to exalt this place, the museum? Because as we continue to go to the future, we also reflect on our past. And if you can see around us here at the Houston Police Museum, HPD Museum, there is a nice hat right behind me that belonged to Detective Oscar Hope. This hat, he was wearing it the night of June 22 of 1929 when he was shot and killed while trying to apprehend a suspect. He was known for being a horse rider and his skills. He performed for the King and Queen of England. Imagine that. And of course, he was an actor, participated in so many movies. He was in North of 36, and he was also in Woman Handed, a very talented officer. We lost this officer in the line of duty. Of course, our prayers are with him and with his entire family forever and ever. And of course, we are sitting right here, Rafael, in the feet of the Giants, right next to you. It's Chicano Squad, 1979. So many good things that they did. So let's honor the memories of all of the officers and their contributions here in the Houston Police Department. So let's move forward. As my partner Rafael Pantoja said, we have recruiting in the house. Dominic, good morning. How are you doing, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing? I'm Officer Moore with the Houston Police Department Recruiting Division.
All right. So we look to the future, right? We are hiring. The Houston Police Department is constantly hiring. Is that true?
We are always hiring. We are hiring at the very moment. Make sure you guys go to hpdcareer.com and apply right now.
So the people who are seeing this and have doubts or interested, is that for me? What type of candidates or what type of people are you looking for to become police officers?
Well, good-hearted people. Well, good-hearted people. You know, and this is a job. I say it's a calling more than a job. So it's something you should know. Like, this is something I want to do because you know it's, like I said, it's a calling, and it's something you have to do from within. But we're looking for people with college, military, or work experience. That's something new we just started. So work experience is where you've been working full-time 3 out of the last 4 years, full-time, like 32 hours a week. We consider that full-time. Okay. You apply with that, and hopefully you meet all the other criteria. You go to hpdcareer.com. You see our disqualifiers, and hopefully careers for you.
You know, Rafael, what was one of the things that called you into policing?
Well, I've always been into field work, being out on the street, and I didn't want an office job. Now I'm in an office job, but back in the day, yeah, I wanted to be on the street. I wanted to be outside, outdoors. I was a sports guy, and you know, I've always wanted to do something in law enforcement. I remember I did my internship with the U.S. Marshals, but I saw some of the work that they do, and it was kind of boring. And I said, no, I want to do a little bit something more exciting. So I applied with the Houston Police Department, and here I am, 27 years later.
Man, that is awesome. Now, Dominic, you represent the recruiting division. I'm sure you've got an interesting story there to tell us. What else called you into policing to you, Dominic?
Oh man, it started from higher up, man, from my father. And matter of fact, and his twin brother, my uncle.
All right, so we got tradition in the family.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Man, they both came out of class 90. They did close to 30 years. And as a kid, I saw my dad come home every day. He was just happy to be at work. I said, man, I want to do that when I grow up. So here I am living my dream.
You know, and we know we need police officers. We need police officers. But it's so tough for parents at this point to say, hey, let me push my daughter, my son to kind of endeavor into policing, and we don't do that. Same thing with other vocations like priests, nuns, and other things like that. We know we need them, but we don't want our own family to be that. Dominic, and is it the experience when you are a law enforcement officer and the things that you see on the streets and all that, mom and dad probably don't want to encourage you to be a law enforcement. Did you face that type of the same thing, or were they encouraging for you to be in law enforcement in the future?
Yes, sir. Oh, very encouraging. Because my family, you know, deeply rooted in faith, and they say, hey, as long as that God got his hands on you, you should be okay. All right.
Any stories you remember from back in the day, your dad telling you, and you were just, man, I need to do this?
Oh, man. Not so much a story, but him and his brother, they did vice for like literally a few months. Okay. And they were like, you know what? This ain't for me right here. So they went back and did patrol. And I say, well, when I grow up, I still want to do that, be a police officer.
Now this police officer character, it's like an alpha character, yes. Right? You're the leader. Now you got mom and dad and that? Yes. So how did that alpha personality, not affect the family there?
Oh, not at all. Because like I said, my mother's a very strong-minded person as well. So, but they coexist. They made it work.
All right, Good deal.
You know, recruiting is such a huge responsibility for your division. And I know that you receive multiple applicants, dozens and dozens. On a typical year, how many applications does the recruiting division receive?
A year, hundreds and hundreds. Okay. You know, but we process between, depending on how busy it is, about 10 applicants a day. We work Monday through Friday, and we do it every day, you know. So we get it in. So you do the math. Who knows? But it's a revolving door, and we always hiring. So we always have interviews every day. We always accepting applications.
There you go. You mentioned that. Now that's one thing I want to get into. What does it take to be an HPD officer, or what are the characteristics that are you guys looking for when you're thinking about an officer? Back in the day when I was applying for HPD about 14 years ago, I always thought you had to be real tall and just super strong, you know, and like Ralph, you know, real tall over here, you know, and I don't know, that you had to be just totally just, you know, maybe looking a little upset all the time, tough and everything. And then I discovered that it was very different. It's a lot of the things that I thought, you know, that were not there. So tell us, what are the characteristics? What is the type of personality? What is the type of person we're looking for HPD at this point?
Well, like I said, it's not so much big, real tall, because I done seen tall officers. I done seen very short officers, you know. But it's more so of an attitude and how you carry yourself, you know. We say, presence control, you know. So it depends on how you walk to the scene and do you demand presence. Yeah. And, of course, we're looking for good-hearted and honest people. Because there's no perfect police officer. You come in, be honest, and the process will work itself out.
It's an honorable career, and it's a career where you are a server. You're a servant. If you're not a servant, if you are just you're not out there, right? Maybe it's something you want to consider, right? You're going to be in front of people. You're going to be talking to people. You're going to be dealing with all types of problems and situations. But at the end of the day, it's very rewarding.
Oh, every day. Like I said, I've been going 13 years next week, and it's very rewarding. I've yet to go to work. It's a hobby I get paid for, and I appreciate it every day. And it's just yes, sir.
Oh no, it's a great thing you said about helping people. You have to have a genuine interest in really helping people and really making a positive change in people's lives. People don't really see it that way, but when you respond to a scene, to a call, and the little ones are looking up to you as the answer for everything, what you say may very well affect their lives for the rest of their life. And I think that it's a great responsibility that we have, but it's got to be someone who's got a genuine interest in really and making and helping, and not only helping but making a change in people's lives.
Exactly. And to piggyback what you said, it's about compassion. Because we deal with people on their very worst day of their lives. Because we come in, we can have a great day, but keep in mind, when you get there, to them, it's their worst day. No matter, a loved one passed, stolen phone, to them, their world has shattered. And we have to have compassion for them at that very moment and just be understanding.
And that is very true. Now, I spoke about being introverted, being extroverted. You would be surprised. People that are very introverted, after training, after being exposed to what policing is, they end up adopting some of the extrovertedness. They end up learning how to speak to people and how to express themselves. It's really fascinating, especially for my military friends out there that want to join the Houston Police Department. This is an awesome career that you can continue after military. You can bring it out to your home, being a police officer, being a protector, being a guardian.
Exactly.
Now, Rafael, extroverted people. We need extroverted people to be out there also to be talking to people, right?
Yeah,
it's about communication.
We do need. It's about engagement, communication, and really earning the trust of people. So, yeah, we need people, definitely. We have officers out there who are out there consistently, engaging the community, whether it's for a project that we initiate or for a project that another organization is initiating. Well, we're always trying to be out there for sure. But I think that we need both for sure.
Now, Officer Moore, are we encouraging smiles on the streets? Smiles?
So I have a pocket full of smiles. I hand them out every day. Because sometimes you look at some officers, we mad at the world, And as you can see, these guys right here, we always come around smiling. So yes, everyone has a bad day, but at the end of the day, smiling and attitude is contagious. So that's why, hey, good or bad day, I put a smile on. You might see me, you might have a bad day, but you smile. Yeah. And before you know it, hey, you feel bad. How you feel outside, you feel on the inside. So just when in doubt, officers, you out there, you on the streets, patrolling the mean streets of Houston, put a smile on and make someone's day.
That's right. This is a vocation, right? This is a true vocation. This is something that needs to come out from the heart, right? You need to think about it because it is a career, and you're going to be able to move around within the Houston Police Department, and this is a benefit. It truly is a benefit when you join a large police department like Houston, where you can move around. Tell us about this moving around and how this can benefit an applicant to the Houston Police Department.
Move around. Oh.
Like from a unit to a different unit division, yes, sir.
Oh, we have over 45 plus divisions. In the corporate world, you go from job to job, kind of frowned upon. But hey, with this department, you can go from patrol, robbery, burglary, and theft, SWAT, homicide. Every couple of years, and it's a plus on your resume. So, if you've been on a job and you ever bored, it is your fault. Move around, apply for other concerned divisions, see all the beautiful things that the department has to offer.
So now with recruiting, can you talk a little bit about the different phases involved, so that people who are thinking about applying, okay, what do I have to do? What are the different phases that I have to go through to finally get selected as a cadet?
People always ask us, what can I do to prepare for the academy? What can I do to prepare for the, awesome. What can I do to prepare for the application process? First thing you want to do is start running, stay in shape. You know, because, and I tell people, avoid treadmills, go outside and run the elements. This is Houston, Texas, where, you know, it's hot on Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. You know, so we have a lot of people come in from out of town, and they're in great shape, but they get in the humidity out here and they do a lap around the track, and they're at gas. So I tell everyone, just make sure you're running, you're physically fit. The process is going to take care of itself. You know, the paperwork, as long as you come in, you be honest, you fill all the paperwork out, we're going to work with you. But if you can't pass the physical agility test, that's a whole new bag of issues.
True. The job does demand for you to be sometimes get into a little run out there on the street, right? Yes, sir. You got to get off that car, so you got to swing that leg like, right? So that also takes it's challenging when you're out there. You can't get off the car quick enough. Yes, and tell us a little bit more about this physical agility. I know we have a red man in the academy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's pretty tiring. Basically, where they're gonna put you through a very tiny exercise. You're gonna you're gonna run what is it called? Like the obstacle course, basically. You're gonna run the obstacle course. You have to carry a dummy up a flight of stairs, and when you're gassed out, you're gonna have to fight an officer. He's in full padded gear, and you have to give verbal commands.
Verbal commands, that's the challenging part. When they put you through all this and jumping here, hooping there, and carrying that real heavy dummy there, by the time you get into that little ring area, right, and then you got to be in there and say, all right, I'm going to ask you to put your hands up, put your hands in the air. And they have a bat or they have a weapon, and you got to give commands. You got to make the effort. And some people walk in there and they're like, huh?
Yes.
just complete, like choking out right there.
They forget their own names sometimes.
Yeah. And you'll be surprised. The academy, they do this on purpose for you to get in there and to be able to get those words out. If you don't get those words out, of course, there's no compliance. And of course, the red man is truly going to go hands on you, because you're gassed out. That's really, really cool. But if you get in there, you're in shape, you're able to get those commands out. The academy staff, they're also told that they have to comply. They're not going to comply all the time, but the red man complies. And there's a little less force that you're going to have to use in that scenario. And they do it, again, to maybe reward that you are actually taking care of yourself and you're doing the right thing and you're saying the right commands and you're speaking, communicating. It's a great way to reward. But, sometimes even if you give the right commands, the suspect, the offender, is not going to comply, so they goes hands-on. And they're also very observant of, even though when you're gassed out, if you're following procedure on doing this, right?
Yes.
Now, so this is why it's so important to get yourself, start running, start getting yourself in a workout regimen and discipline. If you're not, we're not asking for perfect people that have that already down perfectly, but we're asking for people that are actually just putting themselves through it so that they don't get that shock when you start going through that process. So you got to be past the physical agility exam. What else do you have to pass?
We go through you go through a polygraph test.
Okay.
While we tell everyone honesty is the key through this whole process. Come and be honest, and nothing to worry about, because at recruiting events we get, oh my God, how's the polygraph test? Is it hard? Well, it's not hard if you're being honest. Yeah. So just be honest, be truthful, and it'll work itself out. You go through a psychological test, because we are police officers. We see it can be very traumatizing stuff you see. So they put you through that. It's a reading comprehension test. It's called the Nelson Denny reading comprehension test.
Sure.
Basically, can you read and comprehend? Read the paragraph and answer a few questions. Not hard at all.
That's right.
Yes, and also you go through different interviews. You're going to talk to many different investigators. You're going to talk to our intake officers. And they're just trying to find out who you are and who you are as a person.
True, because it is a job that allows you to do so many things, and even life, right? It even allows you to take life when there is force that is necessary in order for you to protect yourself and to protect somebody else's life and property. So it's a noble job. It has so many great things to it, and this is why we have to go through the process, because again, it's about the trust. We need the community's trust, and the way we vet is for your own benefit, for the benefit of the person that's getting hired, so that every T is crossed and every I is dotted, and you'll learn a lot about yourself when you're going through the process. One thing I do want to recommend for people that want to join the Houston Police Department is to begin to take notes of the people that live around you, get phone numbers, get names, get addresses of where you lived in the past 10 years,
Yes.
right? Because a lot of people ask me, how long does it take to be recruited with the Houston Police Department? Well, it's actually not a long process. What takes a lot of time is you putting your stuff together. Truly, putting your paperwork together, getting your stuff together, that's what takes a long time. And then we have to review it. So the more you're aware of exactly what you need to have, and you start building that little profile, a little folder of that documentation, then by the time that you're applying for HPD, you already have about 80% of the battle already in that documentation, right?
Yes, sir. And to go back to what you said, when you're going through the application process, it's a 33-page document you have to fill out.
Sure.
It's called the personal history form, or personal history statement. And a lot of times it can get very tedious and redundant. And applicants ask, well, I have to figure put my neighbor's email address down, or
Sure.
I have to put last four of the social. Well, as a police officer, we're investigators.
Sure.
And an easy job you're ever going to have is investigating yourself.
Yes.
So of course, the background investigator, they can get it. They can get, your neighbor's, email and numbers and last four of the social. We have access to all that. They want to see, are you going to go the extra mile, the extra step to make that phone call and do
Yes.
the work? So trust me, the whole process is a reason behind everything. A lot
Yes.
of times while you're going through, you don't know why. But just follow directions, because we a police officer, what we have to do, follow directions.
We have to follow directions.
Follow directions, fill out no matter what they ask for, fill it out. If it don't apply to you, put NA, cross it out, and we'll take care of the rest. Exactly.
All right, so tell us a little bit more about the application process.
Well, one thing we have now,
Sure.
the hiring incentive. That's a big bang right now.
Yes.
So it's $10,000 hiring incentive we have going on. How can you beat that?
$10,000
on top of getting paid in the academy.
Sure.
So once you sign up, you get through all the process. You get sent to the academy. Your first paycheck, you get $2,500 extra until you're getting paid. And 90 days in,
Okay.
you get the other $2,500.
Okay. All right.
Then, after completing T-Code and graduation, that first paycheck, you get the big one, $5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000. So that makes a total of $10,000. Imagine that.
$10,000.
All right.
So
So
sign your name on the line. How can you beat that?
come on now.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the moment to do it. Can I sign up for that? I mean, those
Me
been
and you
14
both,
years
man.
already.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's cool. Now let's check out these images, this video from Lamar University. Tell us a little about Lamar University and the contact there that we made to be able to visit that location. How did that happen?
One of our events officers, because
Sure.
of course we go into different colleges, different universities, who set that up, and that was a chill with HPD, and actually pretty cold that day, and we had a good time interacting with students, informing them about the hiring process, and that was just a pretty cool event.
We even walked into the coffee shops deep into the university, and people were like, "What's going on here?
Yes.
What's going on?" We got these happy people visiting us over here, and high fiving, people in there, and just people got interested in asking a couple of questions there about the Houston Police Department, and some of them were pretty shy,
Yes.
but we still got that camera on them, and they were able to share a couple of comments with us. So check this out. This is Lamar University in Beaumont. Houston Police Department visiting different locations. Check this out. Don't go anywhere.
Good morning, or should I say good afternoon. We're with the Houston Police Department, the Recruiting Division, and the Office of Community Affairs, and we're super excited to be here today to be able to work with the Recruiting Division. We're encouraging these students to become the next Houston police officers. So we're excited to be here. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Doing great. I
love the choir.
Yes, absolutely. So who wants to become the next Houston police officer?
If my major doesn't work out, I guess I'll go for it.
I'm going to be a social worker, so maybe.
Social worker, okay, so that's not bad, but let me just tell you that HPDcareer.com is a place that you can go to at all times and know that the Houston Police Department is hiring. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about what we're doing today.
Here we are at Lamar University, for a chill with HPD. And guess what? It is a chilly day, you know? We got snow cones out here. If you see cone ice, go check it out right there. Check it out. Snow cones out here. We staying chill on a chill day. We visit many campuses. And today we at Lamar University recruit. Hopefully we get some new recruits. Y'all signing up today?
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey, think wrong, think wrong. Come on.
I got to pet the dog, so maybe.
Exactly.
Can I pet that dog?
And that's one great thing about the Houston Police Department. We have a plethora of divisions that you can go to. You know, you'll do your time on patrol, which is exciting. It helps you to learn what policing is all about. Then if you are interested in going to K-9, the opportunity's there. You know, you get to wear the suit. You get to wear the suit. You get to take care of the dog. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, come on out, y'all. Lamar University.
HPDcareer.com. We hiring.
HPDcareer.com.
We are visiting Lamar University here in the Beaumont area. It is exciting today. We're getting to speak to some of these young, bright minds over here. Yes. And, of course, we want to thank the staff here for allowing us to visit. What is your name, ma'am?
Nicole.
Nicole. So what do you do here in Lamar?
I'm one of the career consultants.
Career consultants. That is awesome. So what do you tell the students about this awesome career of policing or law enforcement or just any career that they're looking out for?
So this is an awesome opportunity for our students. It's hands-on networking experience. They get to meet with the police officers. They get to meet with SWAT, and they get to have one-on-one interaction to find out what it's like day to day in, you know, what you do with policing, diving, working with the K-9. Yeah. So just pretty incredible.
Awesome. So any good experiences with policing out there besides a couple of tickets, maybe?
Yes, those tickets.
Oh, okay, all right. I touched a little.
Look, knock on wood. Give me some wood. I have a clear driving record right now.
Perfect. There you go. You see, you don't want to mess that up. Okay.
I can't afford the insurance.
Okay, all right. So good. Any words you want to mention to the kids here about this or the students?
No, please come out. We have free Kona Ice. We're chilling with the SWAT. Please come out and network with these awesome individuals. They have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to share with you on how to get started working in criminal justice field. As soon as you graduate, you'll be able to have an awesome career, making a lot of money. Come talk with HPD.
Money, honey. I like that.
Yeah, money, honey.
Are we back on the air? All right. I'm going to thank Officer Jones over here for this video that got cut in half.
Love Officer Jones. She's been coming to Lamar for a very long time.
Yes.
She's always at our career fairs.
Any stories you want to tell them about her? Anything that we don't want to put out there about her?
No. Okay. She's great. She's great with the students. She's always at our networking events, our fall and spring criminal justice and social services career fair.
All right. Well, thank you so much for representing La Universidad de Lamar. Any words you want to pitch into students out there that want to consider university, Lamar, you know?
Hey, I can't talk enough about Lamar. We are an awesome university, very diverse. We have almost any major. We have every resource. We actually have resources that some universities don't have.
Man, I just saw a library that's like 5 stories tall, high there.
Hey, and the person who designed it works for Disney and used it for Shrek.
Wow.
So it's in the movie Shrek.
Wow. I got lost in that library. There's so many books.
Awesome.
Books.
Hey, our rec center is amazing.
Yes, I saw
We have a swimming pool.
A running track
indoor.
Inside. Yeah, an indoor track.
Indoor lap pool, Olympic.
Yeah. All right, we need to go in there in that pool and get in there.
We have Panda Express, Chick-fil-A, Smoothie King.
Beautiful. All right. So come on down to Lamar University in Beaumont. Get away from the,
get away from Houston. Nobody wants to be in Houston.
No. You want to come to Houston.
Well, you want to come to Houston to work, but you want to come to Beaumont to go to school.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Good recovery. All right, let's say hi to Mr. Sherian over here. Mr. Sherian, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
So what are you representing today? So talk to me.
I am representing the Houston Police Department dive team.
All right.
Showing, explaining what we do as a dive team and how to become a member of the dive team and what we do besides diving. So we do a lot of these demo events where we make contact with the citizens and other potential recruits. We also do a lot of swiftwater training, which really helped during Harvey with doing the rescues and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. So you guys are very essential to the Houston Police Department.
Yes, we are.
And to the lives of the citizens.
Yes, we are. Well, we do we solve a lot of cases.
Yes.
Helping find evidence that people try to discard in the waterways around Houston.
Yep. I remember right when I was just getting off from training program, my first call was a person who just sadly lost their lives in the ship channel. Yeah. It was an individual that was in a tugboat. I would never forget that. I would never forget that. And I'll never forget you guys arriving there, and you guys actually going in there.
It was cold, wet, and raining that day.
It was wet, very wet out there. And yes, so anyways, you guys are awesome. You guys rock and roll. Thank you for what you do. And let's you want to show us a little bit about of your equipment over here, please. I see you got some gear here. All right. So a little show and tell here.
Okay, some show and tell. Basically, Houston. This is the dive team stuff. All water is contaminated in some form or fashion. Because of the water that we dive in, we use a protective dry suit. This dry suit will protect us from about 98% of the chemicals out there. Okay. If the water is really contaminated, like the bottom of the ship channel, or if we're doing a sewage treatment plant, we go fully encapsulated where we use a commercial helmet.
Yes.
Now, typically, a typical dive, we use a regular scuba tank, a buoyancy compensator. The only difference between this compensator and what most recreational people use is this is a little bit more sturdy, especially for the type of environments that we're diving in. This works a lot better for us.
Is that pretty heavy?
No. Well, once you start adding the weight and all the gear, it gets up to probably about 70 pounds.
Whoa, 70 pounds. Okay.
But some of the changes, instead of in recreational diving, use a regulator. The regulator goes in your mouth. This is a full face mask. Now, this is helpful because it protects our face from the contaminants in the water. But because it's a full face mask and we don't have something in our mouth, we actually have a communication device where we can talk and talk to the surface wirelessly.
Whoa, okay. So, how far can you go? Can you go with that before communication starts breaking?
So it depends. It depends what's in the water, the type of water, salt water versus fresh water.
Wow.
It works on a line of sight. So if there's an object or a tree or some other stuff in the water, the turbidity in the water can affect the communication. So there's not an exact.
Absolutely, but once you start losing communication, you start hitting back, right?
What happens since we're public safety diving and we're typically in black water, what happens is we're always tethered, so we're always connected to the surface somehow. So if something happens, we tug on our line, and if we're in this emergency, we do 4 pulls, and then hopefully a safety diver is coming down to help us out, whatever situation that we have. Luckily, we trained for it, but we haven't had those problems.
Awesome. Well, this is an awesome show and tell. I love to see this. I've never seen the actual equipment here, but it looks kind of weird, but it does a job.
Well, it's meant to keep you dry.
Meant to keep you dry? Maybe a little sweaty inside?
Oh, yes. When it's hot, it's very sweaty. It's like a sauna in there.
Okay. So there it is, our dive team. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You rock and roll. All right. So to be able to be part of the dive team, just real quick, what do you guys do to be able to qualify? Because I know everybody wants to get in the water.
The rules kind of changed a little bit, but basically now they want you having an advanced open water certification. Then you have to pass our PT test. Okay. Then we put you through our 2-week public safety diver school. And then after the public safety diver school, depending upon how many in the class, we rank you, and then we'll pull you as needed.
So there it is. For those of you that have special gifts, that have received training, that are great swimmers, and don't want to leave that, and want to actually put your talents and gifts for the service of humanity and the service of Houstonians, then this is the place. This is join HPD, get past the test, and be a safe diver so you can help do some rescuing or even recovery, which is brings families closure. When you do a recovery, you find somebody that lost their life under there.
So that's one of the big things is, especially when we're covering loved ones, is so they have that closure. And we like to do it as quick as possible so they're able to do, have their proper send off when they have a funeral service.
Well, thank you, sir. There it is. Use your gifts. The Houston Police Department wants to recruit you, all right? We're going to continue partying as we continue visiting Lamar University in the Beaumont area. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Mac and Jonesy, and we're here at Lamar University. Yes, what are we doing here today?
We're recruiting for potential candidates for HPD.
That's right. We're encouraging anyone that's ever thought about becoming a law enforcement officer to come out here this afternoon. We're here with the recruiting division. We have lots of cool divisions out here ready to show you what it takes for you to be a part of our Houston Police Department.
We got the dive team. We got K9.
That's right. Come on out.
Come out and join us. We'll be here till 2.
And remember, always visit
HPDcareer.com.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right, welcome back. Bienvenidos. Estamos en Lamar University visitando una universidad en el área de Beaumont. We're visiting a Beaumont University, Lamar University. So we're going to continue with just meeting some of the students here that are speaking to some of the officers. And yeah, we got Jones. Look at her. Okay, all right, Jones. Good. So let's, what is your name, ma'am?
My name's Lauren.
Lauren, so you tell me a little bit about you. You come here to the school?
Yes, I go to Lamar. I'm a speech and hearing major.
Okay, speech and hearing. All right. And is HPD something that you're kind of finding out a little bit about, or?
Yeah, I actually live in Houston. I'm from there, so I'm learning a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. Because I thought I knew a lot living there.
We can use your talents, you know, especially for speech and hearing.
Yeah.
We all need to hear better, right? We got 2 ears and we don't.
Yeah, I can make sure y'all don't go deaf.
There you go. Mm-hmm. All right. Any family that's in the police department, or?
No, all of my family is mostly military.
Okay.
Military and then engineering.
All right.
Yeah.
Military and engineering. That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
Well, we want engineers and we want military servicemen here too. Servicewomen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your friend right here too?
Yes.
So what is her name? I see her kind of, packing up some bread and sweets and everything.
Hi, I'm Tori.
Tori, I see you very happy today, very joyful. Is it that? Is it the sugar of the Sonic, or
Maybe it's all of it. I'm gonna tell you.
So what are you majoring in here?
Social work, and then hopefully law school after.
We need some social workers here.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
We also have a program called DART, and domestic abuse.
Yeah.
And they have social workers that go out and actually they specialize in speaking to people about many things, especially when they're going through critical incidents and trauma. So we can use some of your skills over here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to get into it.
And I can use some of that. What is that? Chocolate?
Yeah, it's not mine.
I can use some of that too.
It's his birthday yesterday.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have to know if I take. No, I'm kidding.
Before I just run off.
All right, so let's continue meeting some of our friends here. So what is your name, sir?
Cam.
Cam. So what's up? What are you doing here?
I'm interested in Houston PD and law enforcement in general.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are you majoring in?
Chemistry.
We need some chemists. Yeah.
I wanted to work in a crime lab for forensics, but I'm kind of changing my route and where I want to go.
Yeah, and Mr. Conchola can add to that. Tell us a little bit about Mr. Conchola, the benefits of a chemist to come over here to HPD.
First thing I think of is narcotics.
Yeah, narcotics.
Even homicide.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health. Yeah. CIT.
There you go.
So,
and we got good benefits, Mr. Conchola?
Oh, definitely. $75,000 a year, 70. You'll be making it, especially after your bachelor's degree.
So I'm pretty good.
And then you can do some chemistry there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Good deal. We're going to continue with more here at Lamar University, the Houston Police Department, invading Beaumont.
And that's right, we're still out here, Lamar University, so excited about the potential for these students to become Houston Police finest. How do you feel about today?
It was awesome. We had a lot of individuals come out interested in being Houston police officers and ready to graduate in 2 years and ready to get signed up.
That's right, y'all. If you're interested in becoming a Houston police officer, you can always call 713-308-1300, or you can visit our website at hpdcareer.com. Let's go, y'all. Y'all know we're hiring.
Come on, we hiring. We need you today.
All right, cool. Let's ride, y'all.
We continue with Community Shield of the Houston Police Department. Thank you so much to our friends from Heraldo Media and also our friends, Mr. Gustavo, and also Mr. Guevara for allowing us to broadcast this program, and the whole team there at Heraldo Media Group, Now Media. Thank you for your support. That was an awesome visit at Lamar University, Beaumont. We also had the participation of their agency. They were out there just, shaking hands and kissing babies. But again, we kind of took over that place.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. We got some pretty good applicants coming through, and we go there maybe like every few months, go to Lamar University, but between all the events officers, we are hitting all the colleges, community colleges, universities, job fairs. Just stay tuned to our website, hpdcrew.com, our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We post all the locations on there.
And I hear that our buddies are over there visiting El Paso, Texas today.
Yes. Today, matter of fact, Officer Controller, he should be there today, and I believe the event's tomorrow.
And that's my classmate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Conchola. Yeah, Conchola's my classmate. He's out there. I said, bring me some souvenirs from El Paso,
I don't know what type of souvenirs you're going to bring, but I mean, it's not that big or anything, but you may be able to find some authentic things out there that you may like.
El Paso Ranch.
Another thing, I think a lot of people are curious. Whenever you finally decide, you know what, this is for me, I'm gonna go for it. From the time you submit an application to the time you're selected, what is the time period? I know it's not a exact thing, but an approximation of the time period from the time you apply to the time you actually get selected.
Yes. So it's about 90 days. We say the whole from day one from interview until you get approved by the chief of police. It's roughly 90 days. And like you said earlier, it depends on you. So if you come in, you missing documents, purchase statement not filled out correctly, you're going back forward to investigate the whole time, it could be longer. So we tell everyone, make sure you come in day one, ready to rock and roll, everything filled out, so you can minimize the mistakes.
Now, you all get multiple applications, like you said, you process many of them. Is it a good idea for the person who interested in it or who applied to follow up and contact the recruiter to make sure where everything is at the moment?
It always helps. But our background investigators, they are amazing. They stay on top of it. So a lot of times I know when you're going through the process, I remember I going through it. If I didn't hear back from a day or so, like, oh my God, is everything okay? So you want to email them and call them. But trust me, they are working really hard at your packet to move forward through the next phase of the process.
I was one of them,
Yes, sir.
I was like, let me call, what's going on? I said, what's the next phase? What do I need to do? When should I expect a call?
Yes.
All those things, you begin to think when it's something you really, really want, you begin to really, really and focus on, okay, what's the next step? Okay, they should be calling me in a week, I guess. I'm going to process this, et cetera, et cetera. But no, that's a good way to give an approximation of how long it would take. Like Officer Moore said, it all depends on how much stuff you have ready. Do you have your documents in order? Do you have all of the information you need? Are you making your appointments on time? All those things are very important. And now I see Houston in 2014. It was the most ethnically diverse city in the nation. I mean, do we get all our officers from here, Houston? Do we select them from the universities, or from the community? How does that happen?
We select officers from universities, job fairs. Now we have a lot of out-of-state applicants as well. We have what you call a fast-track program. Well, basically, let's say you're from New York, you want to apply here. So of course you have to come down for every phase. But you make 2 trips, you come down here, you knock out your first few phases, go home, come back, knock out the rest. And like I said, and the background investigator will take care of everything and hopefully get you in the next class. But it's like a process that's been streamlined for out-of-town applicants.
So we do have officers from other states, not just Houston, not just Texas. Now, do you all travel also to recruit people to attend fairs?
Oh, yes. Actually, I just got back from last week. We was in Baton Rouge. We was out there. And in a few weeks, we'll be out in New York as well. But our events team, they are steadily moving around and hitting different job fairs and colleges, just around the globe to see where can we bring in the best applicants.
Now, as recruiters with the Houston Police Department, what is the most common question and what is the most common concern that you have from applicants?
As far as the process? Oh, yeah. Once again, how the process, what can I do to prepare for it? How's the polygraph? That's one thing people big concern. But I tell everyone, come in, be honest. Be straightforward. You have nothing to worry about. This process has been going on for many years. If you come in, knock out the paperwork, that's everything that's asked of you, it's going to be all right.
And it is very, very efficient. The way the recruitment division works here in the Houston Police Department, trust me, we need officers. We need men and women to serve as law enforcement individuals with the Houston Police Department. So they're moving as fast as they can. And I know in some places you have to be calling all the time and be asking, hey, how's my application? Hey, how's the process going? Trust me, we have your information. We have an officer assigned specifically to you. They have an entire file that they're building all around you. So they are working as fast as they can. So whatever it is that you're doing, if you're working, if you have a job, if you just finished your university studies, and just relax, all right? Keep yourself busy doing things, right? Keep yourself active, but don't worry, okay? We're going to call you. If we have any questions regarding your application, we're going to call you. We're going to get that information as quick as possible from you so that we can expedite the hiring process with the Houston Police Department. We need you. We don't want to lose you to anybody else, for sure.
Exactly.
Now, people come from different backgrounds in the Houston Police Department.
Oh, very diverse. Well, Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the nation. So, of course, if you look around all our flyers, you see we are very well represented throughout the whole, through Houston.
Mm-hmm. We have attorneys. We have
we have a great legal team, And like matter of fact, my old sergeant, he was a sergeant, but he also was an attorney, So how can you beat that? So I tell people all the time, that goes to one of our benefits. Mm-hmm. If you want to get on the department, we pay for your school. You want to go to law school, we pay for that, Mm-hmm. So that's one of the great benefits of joining the Houston Police Department.
It is amazing. Sergeant Robles, Sergeant Robles is promoted, and also more. Even within just the Latin community, it's amazing. We have officers who are of Mexican descent, Guatemalan, Honduran, Salvadorian. I mean, just Colombia. I mean, everywhere. I mean, it's just incredible the variety of officers that we have just from Latin America, and that within itself, it's just amazing. But yeah, we have officers from many other countries, and it's just amazing to see when you visit the police academy and you go into an academy class and you look at the room and you're like, wow, they really are truly getting diverse classes in here, and it's just amazing to see that. And I see that for every academy class, because we have to go to the academy and teach a course out there. But it's I get to see it 5 times a year with different academy classes, the way that classroom looks.
Man, it's so diverse, and again, from different just professions. I've seen military police join the Houston Police Department. I've seen lieutenants from the military join HPD, captains. Mm-hmm. I've seen some high-ranking individuals here in the Houston Police Department that have done some amazing things before joining the Houston Police Department. So trust me, this is a good vocation. This is a good job. This is a good place, a good career where you can move around. There's even opportunities for promotion.
Yes. You live in proof. I can say, hey, right here, you look at the other video, he was an officer, now he made sergeant. So it's his job right here. After your first 5 years, you can promote to sergeant, you make lieutenant, commander, and the sky's the limit from there,
And there's different benefits to each of the positions. Of course, this new sergeant position, it's humbling. It's just to know that there is a squad of officers that are working with you, and your job is to make their job easier. Your job is to supplement what they're doing, is to provide guidance, to provide leadership in a situation where they may face maybe that they don't know what they're exactly doing at that moment, but they look up to you. But our officers, patrol officers, have so much experience. They are exposed to so much, and most of the times, I'm going to say 99% of the time, you arrive and you're just there, helping them out, supplementing whatever they're doing, just being manpower and helping them out through the process, because they are very, very, very experienced, and they've seen a lot of things that I haven't seen yet, being in public affairs for the few years that I've been here. So it really is a rewarding career. Anything, Dominic, that you remember in your patrol days that just made your job so exciting?
Every day it was something new. I patrolled at a Southeast Patrol for 2 years, and South Central Patrol for 2 years, and I did not have a dull day at work. Mm-hmm. Every day I went in, it was exciting. I had a great partner. My same partner for my 4 years. We Southeast together. Mm-hmm. When I left and went to South Central, he go, you know what? I'm rolling with you. Mm-hmm. He left and went with me to South Central, and we patrolled 50B, like the 3rd Ward area, and that's actually where I grew up. So that was very rewarding to patrol where I grew up.
it really is rewarding. I mean, what we're saying here is we're just not reading it off a book, or we're not just saying what people say all the time. It really is rewarding. I remember when I was patrolling Northeast, I had different cases I had worked, and in one occasion I had gone into a post office. A lady stopped me, and I won't say what happened in that situation, but she said, "Hey, I think you're the officer who arrested, the suspect in my case. I want to thank you." He goes, "You really made me feel like someone really cared, and you put these bad guys in prison because of what they did, and it makes you." And I didn't even remember her. She stopped me. She remembered me, and she says, "I want to thank you because I felt like really you guys did care about what happened, and you put them in prison." So those situations happen very frequently, especially if you're in an area for a very long time, and people know you, people remember you, and they really are thankful for the interest in keeping their family safe. Yeah.
You have the chance to impact lives, not only of the person that is seeking the help, that is seeking for an officer to come to their scene, but even sometimes in the lives of some of these people that do get arrested. Yes. The way you treat people. I mean, you just treat people, good, and with dignity.
Oh, exactly. Because keep in mind, we as police officers, we deal with so many different people every day. So you're not gonna remember every call you go to, but that person that you respond to call to, they remember you.
Yes.
So to say what you said, hey, a lot of times it's just another call in your eyes, but in that person's eyes, it's a workday of life. And it's how you handle the situation, how you handle that individual.
Yes.
Complainants are suspect.
Yes.
Because everybody deserves to be treated with respect and dignity.
That's right.
And so when it's all said and done, like I had a call, same thing. Years later, I don't remember the person. The person goes, "Man, you arrested me a couple years ago." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, but you were so nice." And it's all about how you treat people. Because you could be out one day with, store with your family.
That's right.
The person remember you, and it's about how you treat people.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Now, check this out. As you become a police officer and you put your years on patrol and you do some work out there are divisions that open up for you that you can apply, that you can work in. And let me show you this video from our team at GH-PAL. They have a special ministry that they work with youth. And they use sports as a way to minister to them. Imagine policing, sports, and youth. We have that. And if it's something that you're interested in, you're a great football player, a good basketball player, you were a good baseball player, just put those talents out there to work. The Houston Police Department seeks people from every single background. And let's check this out, and just so you can see the impact that these youth have with the Houston Police Department and GH-PAL. Not only GH-PAL, not only Explorers, okay, those are some of the youth programs that we have in the Houston Police Department, but we also have SWAT.
Yes.
Yeah?
SWAT division.
Is that something you've contemplated?
It sounds more fun to talk about than anything, but this job's a calling, but SWAT is definitely a calling. That's something you're dedicated long before you became a police officer, as far as being physically fit, shooting and working out. Yeah. Like I said, I commend them guys. Those guys are awesome.
And we have officers, I've spoken to many patrol officers out there, and they said their youth, when they were young, they grew up in a violent environment, shootings, stabbings, and all of that gang activity all around them. And that's what motivated them to become an officer. We have Terrence Jackson out there in Clear Lake, who offers a pretty cool testimony about him coming from a rough background and just becoming a police officer to be a sergeant later on, and of course being a homicide investigator. He said he was just anxious about joining homicide. He wanted to be an investigator. He wanted to help out with investigations and just finding suspects that were committing atrocious crimes out there and putting them in jail. And he found that to be very rewarding. He promoted, became a sergeant. Never thought about going back to patrol. And when he went back to train at patrol, he discovered that now he doesn't want to leave patrol.
Really?
Okay? So again, you might have certain thoughts about what you think about policing, but you'd be surprised when you join the Houston Police Department and see that there are so many things that you're good at and that you're talented at, where we can use some of those talents. Dominic?
Oh, exactly, because with the 45 police divisions, I tell everyone, if you have a niche, you have a talent, trust me, the department can find a way to use it, you know? Like say, hey, whether you're good at taking pictures, you know, whether hey, you're a scuba diver, we have a dive team, you know? Like I say, you like to work out and you go with weapons and tactics, a SWAT division, you know?
That's right, that's
or
right.
you have a good keen on investigating, you know, homicide, robbery, burglary, and theft. So you have a niche on this department, trust me, you can find it and we can use it. We can utilize it.
That's right. If you get tired of being on patrol and you want to do something else with the Houston Police Department, we have it. Okay? You want to, in your latter years, 20-something years on the department, and you want to go and do something else within the Houston Police Department, it's there. Okay? So, again, there's nothing that I can be asked about the careers that the Houston Police Department has that we don't have. We have everything here, and all we need is for you to give it a try. Put your application in. Talk to one of the recruiters. And again, if you do it right now, okay, you jump in with the Houston Police Department, there are benefits. There is a great incentive. Please entice me, Dominic, about that incentive we have.
We have a $10,000 hiring incentive, you know. Well, and that's just one of the many great incentives we have, you know, besides, you know, being a police officer and giving back to your community.
Sure.
But that $10,000 pretty nice right now, especially if you're trying to move from out of the city or out of state. That can help with the process, you know, and then break down, because our academy, different from a lot of agencies in the academy, you get paid in ours. So that makes it, that helps a whole lot, because it's a job. That's why when you go through the academy process, you cannot work or you cannot be in school.
So then you also get a salary.
Yes.
So you get the $10,000 incentive and you also get a salary.
Yes, you're making about $43,000 a year.
All
you
right.
know, and that's pretty good. You know, for me, I was a college kid, you know, coming from working at, you know, the movies, so that was big bucks in my world, you know.
Okay.
But plus with that incentive, $10,000 more, you can't beat that.
So again, let's go over the qualifications to be a police officer or to apply with the Houston Police Department.
Yes.
Let's go through those.
Okay, so when you apply, okay, of course you go to hpdcareer.com, fill out all necessary paperwork it asks for, a lot of documentation. They're going to ask for your birth certificate, college transcripts, and that's another thing, college transcripts. You went to 10 different schools, even though it might be on one transcript, you have to get the 10 different transcripts.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the one thing that's, people say, well, I didn't think I needed it. Trust me, if we ask for it, we need it, you know?
That's right.
And go back to what I said earlier, investigate yourself, you know?
Yes.
The easiest job as a police officer you're ever going to have is investigating yourself. So do the legwork, track down the schools, you know, even schools that's been closed down and say how to get in contact with it. Well, trust me, some school, you know, assumed that responsibility from that school and they took over. So call that school, you know. In high school, like me, I came from a high school diploma. Contact the school, get the high school transcripts.
Yes.
That'll suffice. Just make sure you do everything that's for the website. Once you do that, you come in for your phase 1 interview.
Yes.
And we go through all the documentation. We do all the checks to see, make sure for the next phase you bring that if you miss something.
That's right.
We try to work with you, you know, so cause no one come in perfect. People come in missing maybe a document or two or forgot the nearest to the bottom pages. But we're going to work with you, you know.
That's right.
After you can do that, get ready for your physical agility and Nelson Denny test. That's the reading comprehension test. You pass that, you keep moving forward. And how our process works, as long as you keep passing the phases, you move forward to the next one, you know. And a lot of times, I tell everyone, don't get discouraged, because the process can be very lengthy, and a lot of times you're like, hey, am I doing it right, you know, or am I missing something? Should I call? Trust me, our background investigators, our intake officers are working very hard to get your packet moved to the next phase.
I remember there's a commander that's still with us in the Houston Police Department, and I want to exalt him and really praise the work that he's done. Commander Gwen over there in the Northwest Command, he was one of those individuals that when he applied to the Houston Police Department back in the day, back in many years ago, he struggled, and I don't think he made it even to the first academy, or it didn't go good for him on the first times, the first rounds that he went through. But it was rough. And for him also to move up to be a sergeant, the testing and all of that he went through. We went to lieutenant and then went to commander. It was a tough journey for him, but he's a living proof that no matter what challenges you may have, you will succeed when you try and you give it all your full effort and you give it all you got. You put your heart out. You can complete this. You can make this happen if you're just a person of perseverance and just continue to fight that battle. If you again, the qualifications for the college hours and all that stuff, please tell us those again.
Yes. So college hours, you need 40 college hours. If you don't have that, if you have military, 18 months active duty military, we accept that. If you don't have that, we have the new qualification called work experience.
Okay.
We worked 3 out of the last 4 years full time. And another big question people always ask me, does it have to be one job? No. But it has to be on a consistent basis where our last 4 years, we count the whole month. We don't count half month. Let's say I started working on December the 10th. Do we count December? No. We count that we won't start the calendar until January. We count a whole month. So you add them all up, you equal 36 out of the last 48 months. We take that as well in the substitution of college or military.
Dominic, any closing statements or remarks before we finish with Community Shield of the Houston Police Department?
Like I said, hey, we have recruiters always on hand. You can call us at 713-308-1300. Or you can check us out on social media, all the major platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And, of course, our website, hpdcareer.com.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. Check us out next Wednesday at 4 o'clock here in Now Media at Aldo Media Group with the Houston Police Department. This has been your friend, Sergeant Jesus Robles, my buddy over here, Rafael Pantoja. Thank you for joining us. And also Dominic from the recruiting division.
Yes, sir.
All right. We want to thank Chief Troy Finner for trusting us in this programming week by week. Again, this has been a broadcast of HPD. Thank you so much for joining us.